Hi, it's Tegan. Welcome to my day 6 and my day 7 vlog. I was just trying to clear room on this SD card and I accidentally deleted the intro to this vlog, which is kind of very annoying. I explained it a little bit later on. I ended up combining these two vlogs just because I wanted to get as much reading as I possibly could get done, and editing my day 6 vlog did not allow for that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure what this intro was basically just me talking about how I was nearly done with Throne of Glass. I'm pretty sure I mentioned how absolutely different it was to what I was expecting it to be, but yeah, I was nearly done with Throne of Glass when I filmed the intro to this, and so yeah, that's where we are. I'm sorry that this is a very haphazard intro. I deleted it. Enjoy this vlog. Hello, it is quite a bit later since I last talked to you. It is currently 2:32 a.m. on Sunday, so the 28th. Yeah, 28th now? Yeah, 28th of July, which means we are officially into day 7, the last day of the reading rush. I have decided that I'm just gonna combine the two last vlogs together rather than making one each day, because I just wanted to be able to get Throne of Glass finished, which I have officially finished my 4th book of the reading rush, which is very, very exciting. I don't know if I'm gonna get to all 7, seeing as tomorrow is the last day. I do only have about half of Battle of the Labyrinth to go, and then I've got 2 shorter, around 200-page book each books left, so we'll see what I can get done tomorrow. But it's been a good reading rush nonetheless. Like, 4 books in a week is still insanely good. I did really enjoy Throne of Glass. I'm not going to talk very much on it right now because I literally need to go to sleep, because I was struggling to keep my eyes open while trying to finish this, but I was trying to push myself because I just needed to get it done. I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 to a 4.5 stars out of 5 stars. I'm not too sure where I'm gonna put it yet. It definitely wasn't a full 5-star book for me. I noticed a few kind of inconsistencies with some of the characters, and there was a few bits of the writing that sort of bothered me, but other than that, it was like amazing. I love the storyline. There were so many twists and turns. I was not expecting this story to be about what this story was about. I kind of was just expecting it to be about the Tess and her as an assassin, but it was so much more than that. And I'm gonna go to sleep now because I have to be up tomorrow morning to go and pick my sister up from the airport. So yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. I am excited for the last day of the reading rush tomorrow, and I will keep you guys updated next time that I pick up a book. Hello. Okay, it is currently 7:30 p.m. I ended up finishing Coraline. So that was my 5th book that I had not finished yet. Seeing as it's nearly 7:30 p.m., I haven't had a chance to start The Giver yet, which was my 6th book, because I've had some uni stuff I had to do today, and I just ate dinner, all of that sort of fun stuff. I'm going to start The Giver now. It's just over 200 pages, so hopefully I should be able to get that done today by midnight, but I don't know about Battle of the Labyrinth. I really wanted to try and do 7 books this week, but it was such a jam-packed week that I just don't know if I'm going to get there, but I'm gonna keep this very, very short so that I have as much time to read as I possibly can get. I really, really enjoyed Coraline. I thought that it was so fun. I haven't seen the movie in quite a while, but the movie did a pretty good job, in my opinion, of adapting this book. Like, it seemed pretty similar, and there was also some illustrations throughout this, which was really, really fun to see. And yeah, I just really, really enjoyed it, and I'm very glad that I decided to read it during this readathon. I'm gonna go start The Giver, try and get it finished, so I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, it is currently 9:55 p.m. I just finished The Giver, which was my 6th book of the reading rush. The Giver was my book for read a book sitting in the same spot the whole time. I know I didn't film any of it, but I was literally just laying on my bed the entire time, so that really wasn't very difficult. It was only like 200 pages long. But there are only 2 hours left of the reading rush, and I still have like 230 pages left of Battle of the Labyrinth. So I'm not too sure. I'm not going to be able to finish it by the end of the reading rush, which is kind of disappointing. I'm so close. Like, 230 pages, like that's how far I am from the end, but I just don't think I'll be able to read that in 2 hours. I'm gonna read as much as I possibly can. I'm going to read until midnight, so I'm gonna read as much as I can. I just don't think I'm going to make it to the end of the 7th book, which is really disappointing. I did my absolute best. I was so busy this week, so I'm not surprised I wasn't able to read all 7 books, but I was definitely trying to. But hey, I read 6 books this week. That is crazy. That's more than I read last month. Like, I read a lot. So I'm gonna stop filming now. I'm gonna go back to reading, and I will try and get as much as I possibly can done by the end of this. And yeah, I will update you guys, I guess, at midnight when the reading rush is over. Now I'm really glad that I left this until the last book to finish in this readathon, because I need to know what happens next, and if it was in the beginning of the readathon, I wouldn't be able to read the book straight away. Oh my god. Alright, well, it is currently 11:51 p.m. on the 28th of July on Sunday. I just finished my 7th and final book, literally with 9 minutes to spare until the end of the reading rush. How did I do it? I don't know. I actually just did that. I finished the readathon. I read all 7 books on my TBR for the 2nd year in a row, and I am so happy. I genuinely, like, when it got to 10 p.m. and I still had to read the majority of this book, I was like, there's no way. There is no way I'm doing this. I'm just gonna have to accept defeat. I'm not gonna have done all 7 books this year, but I did it. I read it. It's nice that, you know, this is like a pretty simple book to read. It really doesn't like obviously you have to pay attention, but since it's a children's book, it's a middle grade book, it's not too difficult to read and take in the information from. So I didn't have to like with like Throne of Glass, I had to spend so long trying to read it because there's so much happens. But I just finished Percy Jackson. This was my book that I meant to read last year, because I read the 3rd book in the Percy Jackson series during the booktubeathon last year, and I read the 4th book in this series during the reading rush this year. Hopefully it does not take me another year to read the next book in this series. I'm assuming that it won't, seeing how this book ended on such a cliffhanger, and I just need to know what happens in the last book. But yeah, I loved this. Oh my god, I feel like this was like, honestly, I feel like this was one of my favorite books in this series so far. Like, it has been quite a while since I read the other ones, but maybe it was just like my enjoyment of getting back into the world of Percy Jackson, but I kind of feel like it was one of my favorite ones so far. I really loved the aspect of the labyrinth and all of the different little challenges that they came across and all the new characters introduced, and I really enjoyed this. It was a really fun book to read. I am so happy. I can't even like I know it's just like a readathon and I know it's just reading some books, but especially with the busy week that I had, I'm so surprised and so happy that I was able to read all 7 books. Okay, hello. I am here to basically wrap up this vlog, let you know all that happened. I'm not gonna be going through all of like what I thought about the books and going into like really big detail about everything, because I will do that in my wrap up over the next few days, but I wanted to just briefly go over everything and then also do the video challenge for today. So basically, these are all of the books that I managed to read throughout the reading rush 2019. I read 7 books. I read all 7 books on my TBR, which is extremely exciting. So I read Bridge to Terabithia by Katherine Patterson, which was my pick for read and watch a book to movie adaptation, which I also watched the movie, and I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I read Cinder by Marissa Meyer, which was my pick for read a book with a non-human main character, and I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. I read Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow by Siobhan Kerham, and this was my pick for read a book with 5 or more words in the title, and I gave this book 2.5 out of 5 stars. I then read Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas, which was my book for read an author's first book, and I gave this a 4 to a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I then read Coraline by Neil Gaiman, which was my pick for read a book with purple on the cover, and I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I read The Giver by Lois Lowry, and this was my pick for read a book sitting in the same spot the whole time that you're reading the book, and my spot was my bed, and I sat in my bed the entire time reading this book, and I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. And finally, the very last book that I finished during the Reading Rush 2019 was The Battle of the Labyrinth by Rick Riordan, and this was my pick for read a book that you meant to read last year, and I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Those are all 7 of the books that I managed to read throughout the week of the Reading Rush, which I am so very happy about. Just going through some of the analytics on the Reading Rush website, I managed to read 2,029 pages altogether, which is very exciting. And then I earned quite a few badges as well, which is really cool. I think I earned all of them except for 2, which was go to a read-in, because there weren't any read-ins in Australia, unfortunately, and then the other one was to participate in one of the Bookstagram challenges, which I didn't end up doing, but I earned all of the challenges for all 7 of the reading challenges throughout the Reading Rush. And then I also got obviously 2019 reader. I got that I completed all of the 2019 challenges. I read a 5-star book. I read 7 books. I read over 1,000 pages. I made a Reading Rush booktube video, and I participated in a Twitter sprint. So I earned quite a few badges, which is very exciting. I really loved the way that they had the Reading Rush set out this year with the website. I know that they had some issues at the beginning, but obviously that is it's not surprising with a very first go round of it. I had such an amazing time participating this year, and I thought I would give the video challenge a go really quickly just before I go. So basically the very last video challenge of the reading rush was done by Ariel and Raylene, and it was to talk about a book that you had recommended to you that changed your life, or that you absolutely loved, or it's become one of your favorite books. And for me, the very first book that popped into my mind when I heard this wasn't one that was recommended specifically to me, but it was one that was talked about in a booktube video. I think it might have been read by Zoe's Vlogs, maybe. Either way, the book I am talking about is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. You have probably heard me talk about this book multiple times before on this channel because it has become one of my all-time favorite books. I read it for the first time at the beginning of last year, I want to say, and it instantly became top 5 favorite books for me. And that's really like high up there, because like my top 5 favorite books are like Divergent and Harry Potter and things like that, ones that have been with me since like my childhood. And finding a book that I loved that much, genuinely, like, I ordered this book from Book Depository as soon as I heard her talk about it, because it just like instantly jumped out at me as a book that I thought I would enjoy. So I ordered it, it came, I got home from uni, I picked it up, and I literally did not put it down until I had finished it. And it's not a short book either. And every time I reread this book after that, I've done the same thing. I've just picked it up and not been able to put it down. I love it more and more every single time I read it. If you liked Fangirl, you would probably enjoy this, but I'm just so very grateful that I saw this book. I saw this booktuber talking about it in her video, and I'm just very grateful, because now whenever somebody asks me for a book recommendation, the very first book I go to is this book, because it's genuinely became one of my favorite books. So if you haven't read this book, please check this out, because everybody needs to read this. It is utter perfection. I love it so much. So yeah, that is going to be about it for this video. I'm going to end this here because I want to get as much of this edited as I can before I go to sleep. And it is currently 1 AM and I need to leave the house for uni at 7 AM, so we'll see how I do, but I don't want to talk for too much longer so that I can actually start getting this edited. Yeah, I had the absolute time of my life this week. I love the reading rush so much because it gives me so much motivation to read, and it's honestly always so much fun getting to participate in as many of the video challenges as I can, having the prompts for all of the reading. I genuinely thank Ariel and Raylene so much for putting this on year after year, because it is always so much fun and the entire community gets involved, and it's just this big community of people reading, and I love it so much. So I will hopefully be able to participate next year, because I absolutely adore this readathon so much, and it always pushes me to read. I was in a bit of a reading slump, but this week really allowed me to get out of that, and now I just want to read and read and read more. So that's very good. I really hope that you guys enjoyed all of these vlogs. I really enjoyed making them. I know I missed a day, but I enjoyed making them all together, and I hope that you guys enjoyed watching them if you watched all of them. I will be posting a wrap-up video hopefully in the next few days, going over more of the specifics of what I liked about all of the books that I read. But yeah, I think that's going to be about it for this video today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope all of your reading rushes went well, and yeah, please let me know down below what your favorite book that you read during the reading rush was. I would absolutely love to know. Mine, the only book I gave 5 out of 5 stars to this time around was Cinder, so I would have to go with that, but let me know what your guys's were. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can watch all the rest of my videos coming in the future. There will definitely be lots of bookish and music related videos coming from me in the future. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date on all of those. And yeah, that's gonna be about it for this video today. I'm Tegan, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!